You look like salvation.
You look like shit.
What happened to you, man? I mean, you used to be a correct guy.
I became a lawyer.
I don't see the horns.
Look closely. The devil is in the detail.
You know, I never really found out the meaning of that saying.
When a man's in love with a woman, no other information matters.
I didn't do it.
And I did.
Well, it's all just easy to me. I mean, it just comes in flashes. I can't recollect anything.
Okay. I'm here to help you as your friend and your lawyer. I'll need you to tell me everything.
I love you, man.
I'm not going to say that back.
We had an argument, and you know, she was furious. I was mad. We started yelling at each other. She made a call. She lied about it. She lied about everything. I bought her an engagement ring. I met her parents.
Bayo, you're not making sense at all. Remember when we were kids and I would miss an episode of Voltron and you had to explain the whole thing to me?
Voltron, the defender of the universe.
Yeah, thanks, that's me. Point is, you always started from the beginning.
Please don't call me when I'm at home. I told you.
Who was that?
Oh, my sister. Are you hungry?
She cheated on you.
Yes. The bitch.
I know. Love kills. You're so overwhelmed by anger at her infidelity that you stabbed her repeated. No. Besides, you weren't thinking properly considering you had been overwhelmed by such emotion.
No, I didn't do it.
We can plead insanity.
I didn't do it.
That's how it looks.
I thought you were supposed to be my lawyer.
Then tell me what happened.
I woke up and she was dead.
Tell me what happened.
What? You know what? You know what? What you don't know won't kill you.
Well, I usually have my own theories.
Hey, man, hi. What's up?
I'm good. Did Kone call you this morning?
Why?
Nothing. I just asked her to call you to see how you were doing.
Is that the real reason?
Mary, your sister is cheating on me. She told me she called you this morning.
So that's how it is. You had to call my sister to find out.
You cheat!
I didn't cheat on you, you fool!
You haven't lied to me that you called your sister.
Oh, well, I call all my friends sister.
Since when?
Since whatever.
Look, Gwene, don't be. Look, you've been going around, holding around about town. You think I don't know?
I am not cheating on you. Stop talking to me like that. I'm engaged to you.
Who called you this morning? Who called you? You can't even talk. Gwene, you've been cheating on me.
I'm not cheating on you. Stop pissing me off.
You killed her, killed her, killed her, killed her, killed her. Bayo, please, tell me the truth.
You have to believe me.
You know, belief is subjective. You have to appeal to the emotion, the senses of sight and hearing, which leads to convincing. And it can lead to grief, sorrow, joy, hope. Hope that what you see and what you believe is not an illusion, something concrete you can hold on to. And on the reverse, hope that what you see is an illusion. And redemption comes from us taking responsibility for our actions. For others, a restoration of hope through the finality of what they perceive as the truth. Bayo, they're going to kill you. They are going to kill you.
I think I'm already dead.
Okay, basically, Blackout is a thriller, and it's an open-ended thriller because if you watch it, it is people have different interpretations of what went wrong, who killed who, and all that. You know, that's why in the end, there's a guy in silhouette with a knife. You know, and then he walks into it, and then we fade to black, and all that. It is my own interpretation may vary from other people's interpretation, but I would rather everybody have their own interpretation of what happened, because I've heard different versions of the film. You know, I've heard all sorts of things about who murdered who killed who, and all that. But you know, a clue is to watch it pretty closely and you know listen closely, basically, because I mean the clues are in the pictures and little actions at the end, and then you know it basically is a film that would challenge your imaginations and just let you reason and find out, make your own decisions and find out who actually murdered who in the film, who's dead, who's alive. You know, it's basically a conversation between God and the devil, but then everybody has their own opinion really, but you know, just you gotta watch it to find out. Well, the technique we used in flashback was the technique of flashes, of using image flashes. And why we usually do that is that, or while I used it in this instance, is that it was a low budget short film, and you know, when you don't have money to recreate the whole flashback scenes, you can also do that by using flashes, maybe having a couple of images, you know, placed side by side, and then quickly, you know, telling the story of what you know of what you intended to do at that point. And also, what those flashes do is that it stimulates people's brains and imaginations. Like everybody wants to see what happened, like what I just see, and you know, it just makes your brain work in flash forward, basically. So that's a technique that we employed in telling the story of blackout. Because the thing is that if you've ever blacked out before, your memory comes in flashes. And that's how it happens in real life. It doesn't come like, you don't get it like that. So the memories just come in flashes until eventually you can remember whole scenes of your life that you'd forgotten. If you watch the film, as it progresses, the flashes increase in the length, you know, and duration that they stay on. And then eventually towards the end, you actually find out what exactly happened before the guy blacked out, you know. So that's the technique that we employed. I did the flashes, you know, myself. Also worked with my editor called Taiwo, who owns a little outfit called Oracles, you know, which we work together. He's worked with me a lot in most of my projects because he understands my own style and technique, and then we always work together because, you know, which is very hard to get in Nigeria, having an editor that understands your style and then having that harmony, you know. But we did it together, and I'm surprised that people like it. Well, I'm glad. I hope you would like it. Okay, the thing about making films in Nigeria is that, and all around the world, is that for indie filmmakers, it's pretty hard to get funding for it. But also our problem is that we may be caught up with that illusion that we need a lot of money to shoot a film. Whereas the truth is that you really may not need a lot of money to make your first film. You know, sometimes you just have to look around you and then, you know, find out what tools you have available to make a film. You know, like if you read about, you know, great legends and directors, you know, you'd find out that most of them made the first film without any sort of cash at all. You know, so sometimes, you know, even from writing and scripting, you know, people don't have that in mind, that, okay, how much money do you have available to you? How many locations do you have available to you? You know, how many characters can you get for free, or can you get and pay minimal money? Because, I mean, if you call yourself a filmmaker and then you've not shot a film, a short film or a feature length or any sort of that thing, it means you really are just making a lot of noise and not doing anything about it. Because, I mean, people make a lot of noise about being filmmakers and wanting to change the industry and want to do this, but they never get up to shoot something. Because the thing is, it is when you actually shoot your first film, whether it's a short film or a feature, a documentary or something like that, that's when you know the challenges that, you know, that you'd face, and then you keep improving your art as you keep working. Okay, I shot my first film, Lemon Green, and I also shot the short film, Blackout. And then between those two experiences, I have learned the right formula to shoot a film, you know, and also to shoot a film that's commercially viable. I'm going to share some of it. Like I said, we have to explore what we have around us, which is essentially, and even exploring the market and also the people that watch films. What do people want to watch in a film? You know, what do they go out to look out for? Most times, I assume, well, from my own, you know, calculations, I assume that to shoot a film that's commercially successful, the story has to be interesting and engaging. Now, not necessarily the shots, because sometimes we go about the wrong way. Some of us go to make beautiful pictures and then lose the story. So sometimes you see a film that is amazingly shot, you know, beautiful everything, but you know, we lose the essence of the thing, which is basically the story. Sometimes, you know, if you have a good story, nobody would notice what camera you shot on, what light you used, and all that stuff. So I think the first formula to making a successful movie is to get the story right. And then also, like I said, for people that don't have money, like me and you know, what you need to do is look at how you can shoot a film that is cost effective. If you do not get funding for it, can you fund it? What locations are available to you? As a matter of fact, when I'm writing these days, I look first of all at what locations are available to me, what actors are available to me, how much money can I spend on it, and then I write around it.